Hello everybody, I hope you had a very relaxing and healthy weekend, enjoying the warm weather. And today I wanted to talk about something that I think a lot of us should know about, and also maybe explore and see if by reducing some of these foods or ingredients we can start making changes in terms of our mental clarity, also our energy, and maybe even being able to drop a couple of unwanted pounds. So if you are somebody who feels that you are struggling with trying to reach a goal and feel better and it's very difficult, I think that maybe by paying attention to these three foods that you might be eating, whether if it's in the morning for breakfast or maybe as a snack, maybe you can try healthier alternatives so you can start feeling better and maybe start seeing results. So first of all, I wanted to tell you that I am not a doctor, but I do pay a lot of attention to a lot of the foods, and as a health coach I also incorporate all these practices before I recommend anything to anybody. So I just wanted to share some information with you based on research and also on things that are actually helping people make changes. So for those of you who know this ingredient, it's called high fructose corn syrup. So high fructose corn syrup, it's an ingredient that is in mostly everything that we buy at the supermarket. And this is a highly processed sugar, and it's also a highly processed chemical that is not allowed or has been banned in many countries like Canada, the UK, and many other countries. So I want to invite you to, maybe when you go to the supermarket or when you are buying healthy foods, to make sure that you look for the labels and the ingredients, basically not the labels or the things that you see in the front, but mostly the ingredients, and you make sure that you don't see the name high fructose corn syrup in it. Instead, maybe you should look for ingredients like organic maple syrup or other sweeteners that are maybe more natural. So I'm gonna give you three foods that you should look for that might have this ingredient that are maybe in your shopping list, and maybe this is something that is not allowing you to make progress, to improve your health, and to feel better. So the number one food that you should pay attention to, especially if you have this in the morning after you break your fasting, is yogurt. Unfortunately, yogurt is one of those foods that, yes, it has probiotics if you have the most and the cleanest form of it, which is not the regular yogurts that we buy at the supermarket. Most of them are packed with additives, with artificial flavors and tons of sugar, including high fructose corn syrup. So if you are buying yogurts in the morning, I recommend that you read the ingredients and make sure that it has either no sugar in it and maybe put fresh fruit, or maybe buy without sugar and you can add your own sugar that you know what it is or where it comes from. Okay, so that's the number one. The number two, the second food that I want you to pay attention to, is whole wheat bread. Yeah, and whole wheat bread is usually darker than white bread, and it's being marketed as a healthy food. But the reality is that there's a lot of ingredients that are added to whole wheat bread that actually makes whole wheat bread not as healthy as you think, including high fructose corn syrup and other sugars. So when you buy bread, I recommend that you buy sprouted bread, which is made out of grains and seeds, mostly seeds, and is very high in fiber. So pay attention if you're buying whole wheat bread and if you think that this is the healthiest option. I recommend that you maybe start exploring something healthier. One of the ones that I recommend is Ezekiel bread, but there's many others now out there that are actually sprouted and they're made with healthier options or ingredients. And the third food that I really want you to pay attention to, which is something that most of us eat and have because it's a very convenient food, is cereal bars. So one of the brands that I see that is very common is, I think, is Fiber One, and many others, even Cheerios. Cheerios is also making a lot of these cereal bars, and there's many others that are being sold as healthy foods, but unfortunately, most of the ingredients, specifically the main ingredients, are sugar, including high fructose corn syrup. So if you are looking for healthier choices or healthier options so you can stay healthy, I recommend that you make your own trail mix some nuts, some dry fruit, maybe make energy bites, or just have some fresh fruit for snacks so you can start reducing some of the cravings, also start getting better energy, feeling better, and of course, improving your health and maybe even losing a couple of unwanted pounds. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that just paying attention to 3 simple foods that most of us are eating first thing in the morning when we wake up, and maybe finding healthier options can actually help you start the day feeling better and also improving your health. All right, guys, have a great week.